You were never meant to fit in here. While everyone around you chases comfort and safety, something in you burns for upheaval. While they build careers and collect possessions, you feel called to tear down illusions. While they sleep peacefully in the matrix of normalcy, you lie awake seeing the cracks in everything they worship. This is not rebellion. This is recognition. You are not from this system, and your soul came here with one assignment: to destroy it from the inside. If you have ever felt like a stranger in your own life, like you speak a language no one else understands, like you were dropped into the wrong reality by mistake, then listen closely. Because what I am about to reveal will explain every moment of isolation you have endured, every betrayal, every time you tried to be normal and failed. The ancient texts speak of those who come from beyond the veil, souls who volunteer to incarnate into systems of control, not to thrive within them, but to dismantle them. The old masters called them the ambassadors of the great turning. The sacred writings describe them as those who carry the frequencies of freedom in a prison world. You are one of them. And if you are still watching, it means the awakening has already begun. Here is the truth they never wanted you to know. This world runs on agreement. Every system of power, every structure of control, every illusion of limitation only exists because the collective believes it is real. Money, status, authority, the rules about who deserves love and who deserves punishment. None of it is solid. It is all a shared hallucination held in place by consensus. And you, chosen one, were born with a soul frequency that cannot and will not participate in that consensus. This is why nothing here has ever felt right. This is why you have always sensed something deeply wrong beneath the surface of normal life. Your discomfort is not a flaw. It is your assignment showing up as instinct. Let me be precise. There are 9 signs that mark you as a system breaker. And if you recognize 5 or more, you are not imagining this. You are remembering. First sign: you have always questioned authority, not out of arrogance, but out of an inner knowing that no human is above another. When teachers, bosses, governments, or gurus demand blind obedience, something in you recoils. You respect wisdom, but you bow to no throne, because deep in your soul, you remember a reality where hierarchy was a lie. Second sign: you cannot participate in small talk or surface-level living without feeling like you are suffocating. While others discuss weather and gossip, you ache to talk about meaning, truth, purpose, the nature of reality. This is not snobbery. This is your soul refusing to waste time on the distractions that keep people asleep. Third sign: you have been betrayed, rejected, or abandoned by the very people and systems you tried hardest to belong to. Family, friendships, careers, romantic partnerships. Over and over the doors slammed shut, and each time it felt personal, but it was not personal. It was strategic. You were being expelled from the matrix so you would stop trying to fix it from within and finally accept your true role: to burn it down. Fourth sign: you feel the suffering of others as if it were your own. You cannot watch injustice without your whole body responding. You see corruption and cruelty, and it does not just anger you, it wounds you. This is because your soul still remembers a dimension where harm was impossible. You are homesick for a frequency this world has forgotten, and that homesickness is what fuels your mission. Fifth sign: you have abilities you were taught to suppress. Intuition that knows things before they happen. Dreams that reveal hidden truths. A presence that shifts the energy of every room you enter. An ability to see through lies instantly. These are not coincidences. These are the tools you brought with you. Weapons of light designed to shatter illusion. Sixth sign: you have survived things that should have destroyed you. Trauma, loss, abuse, illness, betrayal. Again and again, you were pushed to the edge, and somehow you came back. Not because you are lucky, because you are being forged. Every collapse was the initiation, every wound was preparation. You are being trained to withstand the pressure of what is coming. Seventh sign: people either love you or hate you, with almost nothing in between. You provoke strong reactions without trying. Some are drawn to your energy like moths to flame. Others feel threatened by your mere existence and attack you for reasons they cannot articulate. This is because your frequency disrupts the program. You are a glitch in the matrix, and the matrix sends its agents to neutralize you. Eighth sign: you feel a relentless pull toward truth, even when lies would be easier. You cannot pretend. You cannot fake enthusiasm for things that feel hollow. You would rather lose everything than live inauthentically. This makes you dangerous, because systems of control rely on people who will smile and comply and stay silent. You are incapable of that level of betrayal to your own soul. Ninth sign: you sense that time is running out. There is an urgency in you that has no logical explanation. A knowing that you are here for a specific window, a particular moment in history. And that moment is now. The ancient prophecies spoke of the end of an age. The sacred texts described a generation that would witness the collapse of the old world and the birth of the new. You are that generation. And if you felt your soul stir as I listed those signs, then you already know what I am about to say. You are not here to climb the ladder. You are here to kick it over. You are not here to win at their game. You are here to expose the game as rigged. You are not here to heal the system. You are here to replace it. This is why they tried so hard to break you, because if you ever fully remembered who you are and why you came, you would become unstoppable. Now let me show you something that will change everything. There is a longer transmission I have prepared, a teaching that goes deeper into the mechanics of how system breakers operate, and the specific traps designed to stop you before you complete your mission. If you are ready to understand the full scope of what you are facing and the exact strategies to dismantle the matrix from within, I have left that teaching for you. The link is in the description. But I will tell you this: it is not for the curious, it is for the committed. If you watch it, you cannot go back to sleep. So choose carefully, because once you see the blueprint, you become responsible for using it. Let me tell you what happens when a chosen one forgets their mission. They try to make peace with the system. They tell themselves that if they just work harder, love better, give more, they will finally earn a place at the table. And for a while, it seems to work. They get the job, the relationship, the approval. But it never lasts. Because the system was never designed to accept you. It was designed to extract from you your energy, your gifts, your light. And the moment you have nothing left to give, it discards you. This is not cruelty. This is function. You are a threat to the program, and the program protects itself. So you have two choices. You can keep trying to fit into a world that will never love you, or you can accept that you were sent here to outgrow it. The enemy is not other people. The enemy is not even the obvious tyrants and corrupt institutions. The real enemy is the agreement, the silent consensus that this is just how things are, that suffering is normal, that inequality is inevitable, that freedom is a fantasy. Your job is to break the agreement, not with violence, not with force, but with presence. Every time you refuse to lie, you crack the foundation. Every time you choose authenticity over approval, you weaken the structure. Every time you stand in your truth despite the consequences, you become a living disruption to the frequency of control. This is the war, and you are already winning it, whether you know it or not. The ancient texts promise that when enough system breakers awaken and align, the entire illusion collapses in an instant, not through effort, through resonance. It is not about doing more. It is about being more of who you truly are. And when you do that, you give permission to others. One by one, the sleepers wake. One by one, the agreements dissolve, and the old world falls. But before you go, chosen one, there is something you need to understand. The forces that built this matrix are not ignorant. They know exactly who you are. They have known since the day you were born, and they have been running interference on your mission from the beginning. This is why you struggle with self-doubt, why you sabotage yourself right before breakthroughs, why you feel exhausted for no reason, why opportunities vanish at the last second. It is not bad luck. It is spiritual warfare, and the battlefield is your mind. So let me give you the one practice that will keep you aligned no matter what they throw at you. Every single morning, before you check your phone, before you speak to another person, before you step into the chaos of the day, you take 60 seconds and you remember. You speak these words, either aloud or in the silence of your heart. I am not from this system. I did not come here to survive it. I came here to shatter it. My suffering was not punishment, it was preparation. My isolation was not rejection, it was protection. My sensitivity is not weakness, it is the weapon. I do not need their approval. I do not need their understanding. I need only to stay true to the frequency I brought with me. And when I do that, the universe moves mountains on my behalf. You say this every morning, not because it sounds nice, but because it rewires your nervous system. It breaks the amnesia. It restores your memory of why you are here. And here is the piece most people miss. You cannot do this work alone. System breakers are being awakened all over the planet right now, but they are isolated, thinking they are the only ones. The matrix keeps you separated on purpose. Because if you ever found each other and unified your frequencies, the game would be over in a heartbeat. So your next step is to find your people. And I have built something for exactly that purpose. There is a community of system breakers gathering in a space I have created, where we share strategies, expose the traps, and hold each other accountable to the mission. This is not a social club. This is a war council. If you are ready to stop fighting alone and step into your role as part of the Battalion of Light, the link is waiting for you in the description. But understand this. When you join, you are making a declaration. You are saying, I am done pretending. I am done hiding. I am here to do what I came for. And there is no turning back from that. Let me ground this in something practical, because mystical truth without action is just entertainment. You need a framework, a way to move through your days that keeps you aligned with your mission instead of pulled back into the illusion. Here it is. Every decision you face, you filter through one question. Does this expand my freedom, or does this contract it? Not comfort, not security, not what other people think. Freedom. Does this job expand your freedom or bind you tighter to a system that drains you? Does this relationship expand your freedom, or does it require you to shrink? Does this belief expand your freedom, or does it keep you in a cage of fear? You ask that question with everything, and you follow the answer, even when it terrifies you. Second piece of the framework. You protect your energy like it is sacred, because it is. You stop giving your time, your attention, your emotional labor to people and systems that do not honor what you are. This is not selfish. This is survival. You are running on a different fuel than most people. They can recharge through distraction and comfort. You cannot. You recharge through truth, beauty, depth, and purpose. So you build your life around those things, and you stop apologizing for it. Third piece. You document your journey. You write, you create, you speak. Not for an audience, for yourself. Because the matrix will try to convince you that nothing is happening, that you are not making progress, that your efforts do not matter. But when you document, you create evidence. You see the patterns. You track the synchronicities. You notice how every breakdown led to a breakthrough. And that evidence becomes the fuel that keeps you going when doubt creeps in. This is how you stay awake in a world designed to put you back to sleep. So here is where we stand. You now know the 9 signs. You now know the mission. You now know the framework. The only question left is whether you will act on it. Because knowledge without action is just another form of entertainment. And you did not come here to be entertained. You came here to overturn tables. The sacred writings say that in the final age, the meek will inherit the earth. But they mistranslated the word. It was never meek. It was those who remember, those who stayed true to their frequency despite every attempt to break them, those who refused to bow. You are those people. And the inheritance is not some distant future. It is happening now. Every time you choose truth over comfort, you claim a piece of it. Every time you stand in your authentic power, you take back territory. Every time you refuse to participate in the lies, you weaken the empire. This is not a battle you fight with weapons. This is a battle you win by becoming so fully yourself that the illusion has no choice but to dissolve in your presence. So go now. Remember who you are. Remember why you came. And stop waiting for permission to do what you were born for. The system will not give you permission. It will give you resistance. And that resistance is your confirmation that you are on the right path. Destroy it with your light, chosen one. The old world is already falling. You are just here to make sure it does not take you down with it.